Thyroid diseases are increasing day by day, and what is the reason behind that? When a person arrives in the clinic, they usually come with their family member, and usually the parents or the grandparents ask that doctor, during our time such hormonal problems were not that common. Why they are becoming so common? Well, what is the reason behind that? Sometimes a patient also tells that my parents, my grandparents does not have any thyroid problem. Why did I get that? What is the reason behind that? That's what we are going to study and learn in our today's topic. Namaste, my name is Dr. Tanvi Mayur Patel. I am an endocrinologist, hormone specialist doctor from Mumbai, India. Now, before I begin this video, two important points I want to highlight. First, if you want to watch this video in Hindi language, then on the I button and in the description box there is a link. You can click on that link and this video will be played in Hindi language for you. अगर आप इस वीडियो को हिंदी भाषा में देखना चाहते हैं तो ऊपर आई बटन पे और नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में एक लिंक है. अगर आप उस लिंक पे क्लिक करेंगे तो इस वीडियो को आप हिंदी भाषा में पाएंगे. Second important point, all the products which I have shown today while making this video, I have nothing to do with any particular brand. The products which are used in this video are used mainly because I have those availability of those products. I have nothing to do with the company, their manufacturing or their brand name. This video is not meant to fame them or defame them in any ways. So let's continue our today's topic. So why so much endocrine and health related hormonal problems have occurred? One very important reason behind is that endocrine disrupting compounds. Now what are these compounds? According to Environment Protection Agency, endocrine disruptor compounds, also called as the EDC, are any chemical or any agent which are external, and when they come in contact with our body, they either interfere with the synthesis of a hormone or a secretion of a hormone or a transportation or a metabolism or an end product or a binding capacity of a hormone is called as the endocrine disruptor compounds. Now, when these endocrine disruptor compounds attack a thyroid gland, these are called as the thyroid endocrine disruptors. And these thyroid endocrine disruptors is one of the very major reason behind the environmental trigger for your thyroid imbalance. What are these thyroid endocrine disruptor compounds? That is what we are going to study and learn in today's topic. If endocrine disruptor compounds come in contact, especially with the pregnant women and young children, it can create a lot of hormonal problem. There are certain studies found that when a pregnant woman comes in contact with such compounds, it can cause a miscarriage and a pregnancy loss. In children, it can even cause a neurological developmental issues also. So make sure that pregnant women and young children should not be exposed to such compounds. Now, let us scan our house and see that is our house and household products contain such products which are the reason behind you getting a thyroid imbalance. So let's see that. Now, the very first endocrine disruptor is the Triclosan. Now, the Triclosan is also called as an antimicrobial agent. It has a property to kill the bacteria and germs, and due to that it is mainly used in a personal care products. So what are these? So the very first one, it is used in a hand washes and antimicrobial hand washes. It is also available in the soaps, especially the antimicrobial soaps. It's also available in lot of lotions and the toothpaste. And this Triclosan is also commonly found in a hand sanitizers. Now all of these contains this chemical, and because they directly come in contact with our skin or our oral mucosa, this chemical gets absorbed very easily and they can create lot of hormonal problem, and thyroid is one of that. Second common used endocrine disruptor is the paraben. Now, paraben is a very commonly used preservative, and it is mainly used in a cosmetic products and a personal care products. So, all your cosmetic products like hand lotions, then the makeups, compact powders, kajals and lipsticks, all of that contain a paraben. So, next time when you buy any of your makeup products, you make sure that in the ingredient paraben should not be there. How will you identify? If the ingredient contains any product which contains like isoparaben, methyl paraben, butyl paraben or a propyl paraben, these are all indication of the paraben. Now, this paraben compound, when it comes in contact with the skin, it gets very easily absorbed and can create lot of hormonal problem. Besides that, paraben is also considered as a carcinogen, and it has been found that this paraben can also create an issue with the fertility, and it can reduce the sperm production also and can contribute to the infertility also. So, make sure that your products which you use should not have a paraben. Another very important endocrine disruptor is the bisphenol A, also called as the BPA. Now, this BPA chemical is used in the manufacturing of epoxy resins and polycarbonate plastics. Now, where do we find this BPA chemical? It is found in most of our products which we use it in our households. So, first one is the garbage bag. Many people use it to collect the garbage of 24 hours and the next day again we reuse it. So, these garbage bag contains the BPA. Then many of the personal care products like a diapers of the children and a feminine hygiene products like a sanitary napkins again contains this BPA chemical. Many times such hygiene products also is sprayed with certain kind of a fragrances, and again that are also an endocrine disruptors. Besides that, the food which is available in the canned and the drinks which are available in a can, again these are also harmful to our health. Besides that, all the plastic bottles and ready to available drinking water bottles again contains a large amount of the BPA chemicals. Now, what happens when a sunlight gets exposed on such products? The leach out of the BPA chemical into the food or the water which it stores, and that's how this chemical enters into our food stream and we develop a lot of hormonal problem. This BPA chemical is not only an endocrine disruptor, but it also causes a lot of cancers, and breast cancer is among that. Besides that, this BPA chemical is also found to be responsible for the weight issues and can cause obesity. There are certain studies which is found that this BPA chemical can also cause issues during the pubertal changes also. Besides that, this BPA chemical is also found in food packagings. It is also found in the ready to eat containers where you directly heat it in the microwave and the food is ready. See, I understand that these products bring out lot of convenience and comfort to our day-to-day life, but it also creates lot of health issues also. Next time when you go out and you use your debit card or credit card, and at that time for the transaction a receipt comes, and these transaction thermal receipts also has been coated with the BPA chemical, and when you touch them, this chemicals enters into your skin and that's how it enters into your body system. So this BPA chemical is very harmful for our health. So what to do? What are the alternatives? Next time when you purchase any product, make sure if it is a plastic, should be mentioned that it is a BPA free. Then only you buy such product. If the product has label like a PC, which stands for polycarbonate plastic, don't buy. If the product mentions any symbol with a recycle number 3 or number 7, again don't buy, because they also contains the BPA. Try not to use water bottles which are a plastic. You can use a water bottles which are made up of either a stainless steel or a glass, on a best is a glass option. Another important point is that for the diapers, you can switch out to a natural diapers like a cloth diapers. Again, for the sanitary napkins, there are a lot of natural sanitary napkins are also available. You can use that. Don't heat any food products in the can. Rather, you can remove it in the glass container and heat it. If possible, try to use a gas or a stove top instead of the microwave. These are the certain changes you can do to avoid BPA in your life. Fourth endocrine disruptor is a PFAS, that is polyfluoroalkyl substances. Like BPA, PFAS is also very common endocrine disruptors and is found in many of our day-to-day household products. The very first is a dental floss. Now the dental floss is used by many people to maintain their better oral hygiene. Flossing is a very good habit as well. However, these flosses contain a very special kind of a chemical coating, and that is a PFAS. And due to that coating, this floss glides very easily between your teeth. But when you use such coated floss, this chemical enters inside your body via the oral mucosa. So you can use some other alternatives, like you can use a water flossing. Nowadays in the market there are many other natural flosses are available which does not contain such chemical, so you can look out for such alternatives as well. Second product is a non-stick cookware. Once the non-stick cookware came out in the market, our life became very easy, very comfortable. We could cook food faster. We can also cook food with the usage of a minimum oil. But do you know that this cookware contains a very special kind of a coating, and that is a Teflon coating. This Teflon coating also contains this PFAS chemical. When you cook food and when you use a spatula or a spoon to stir, at that time some amount of the coating scrapes out and it gets mixed up in your food. And when you consume this food, you are also consuming such chemical via this scrap. And that's how this enters into your food stream and it creates an endocrine problem. So what to do? You can switch out from the non-stick cookware to other healthy alternatives like utensils which is made from a cast iron, made from the stainless steel and made from the earthen pot. All this will be a better and a natural solutions. Third product is a raincoats. Now the moment a rainy season arrives, we all use a raincoats. But do you know that these raincoats also contain this chemical PFAS, due to which the water slides very easily. So these chemicals enter into our body through the contact of our entire body skin and our clothing. So what to do in that case? You can switch out to a natural products like raincoats which are made from the rubber, and that will be a better option. Another PFAS containing chemical is a very commonly used microwavable popcorn. Now many people watch movies and for that they use a microwavable popcorns. It is very easy and makes our life very comfortable. Just to put the popcorn bag in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes and you get a fresh hot piping hot popcorns. But do you know that the popcorn bag contains a very special chemical, due to which the oil or the butter from the popcorn doesn't leak, and these popcorn bags contain this PFAS chemical. Especially when you heat these chemicals, this leaching of the chemical becomes much faster and it enters into your popcorn, and that's how it enters into your food system. So what to do? You can use a conventional stovetop method and you can pop your corns individually and stay away from such microwavable popcorns. Another food products which are very commonly used are the pizza boxes and fast food containers. Do you know that even though when a very hot food is kept in these boxes, why the oil does not leak out? Again, they have a special coating of this PFAS, due to which these chemicals doesn't leak. Especially when you keep a very hot food in it, it comes in the contact with the direct food and directly via the food chain it enters into your system. So what to do? As much as possible, try to cook at home so that you will not only have a healthy food but it will also be a clean food. Another product is a paper plates. Especially when we host a party, we try to use a paper plate, paper cups, paper glasses, and we feel happy that we are doing something good for the environment, that we are not using a plastic. But do you know that these paper plates contains again a PFAS chemical, due to which the food doesn't leak out, the oil doesn't leak out? And when you keep a hot food in such plate, this food and this chemical comes in immediate contact and enters into our food system. So what to do? Instead of using a paper plate, we can opt for a glass plate or a stainless steel utensils, which is another healthy option. Another product is a shampoo. Now we all use a shampoo, isn't it? Now when we use a shampoo which contains this PFAS chemical, when we wash our hair, so along with the water, this chemical gets absorbed into our scalp skin and it can create not only a hormonal problem but many such scalp related issues and hair related issues as well. Another product is a carpets and rugs. We all use some or the other form of a carpet or rugs in our house. That also contains the PFAS chemical, and when we clean our feet on that, this chemical enters into our body via the contact of the skin. So try to avoid all these chemicals and try to use some other alternative. Another common endocrine disruptor is the phthalate. Now phthalate is also called as a plasticizer chemical. Phthalate chemical is also found in many of our household products and especially personal care products. So let's see where all phthalate is found. So the first, it is found in a nail paints. Now when a woman applies a nail paint on their nail, this phthalate chemical gets absorbed into your body. At the same time, when you eat food with your hand, this phthalate chemical enters into your food system and thus enters into your body. Second commonly used product, especially by men, is a shaving lotion, shaving foam and aftershave lotions. All of that also contains a phthalate chemical. Phthalate chemical is also found in a personal care products like a soaps and a shampoos. It is also found in all the products which contains fragrances, perfumes and deodorants. Again, it gets absorbed by your skin and enters into your body. Then we have lotions and plastic wraps. Now many people use a plastic wraps. Where all it is used? It is used once you cut the vegetables to store it in the refrigerator. Many times in the supermarket you get a fresh cut fruits, fresh cut vegetables, that also has a wrap of a plastic wrap. Many times you make a sandwich and that sandwich is also wrapped by a plastic wraps. So all these plastic wraps also contains the phthalate chemical and it directly comes in contact with your food and gets absorbed into your food. Another phthalate chemical is found in a children product, that's a toys, and this toys comes in contact with the small children and it creates a lot of health problems. Another product where you have a phthalate is of all the plastic containing food containers and the food packaging materials. All of that come in either direct contact with the food or comes in direct contact with our skin and gets absorbed into our body system. Now phthalate chemical is very harmful, especially for the pregnant women. There are certain researches and studies which have found that when a woman is exposed to the phthalate chemical, it causes higher chances of the pregnancy losses and miscarriages. Especially if the fetus is a male child, then it can cause a lot of birth defect, especially of the male reproductive system. In adults, in case of a men, this phthalate chemical has been found responsible to reduce the quality as well as the quantity of the sperm production and leads into infertility. So what to do about it? Next time whenever you purchase any such products, make sure that in the ingredient it should not be mentioned as a phthalate chemical. Also try to avoid using a plastic utensils, and instead of that to switch over to the conventional food storage products like a stainless steel containers or a glass containers. Another endocrine disruptor, and that is a flame retardant or a flame resistant chemical. Now this contains a chemical called as a polybrominated diphenyl ether, also known as a PBDE. Now this chemical is mainly used in electronic gadgets like a television screen, computer screen, laptop screen and a mobile screen. Because of their electronic nature, these items can catch fire easily, and to avoid that, these electronic items has been coated by this chemical. Besides that, this chemical is also found in a household furnitures like mattresses, pillows, then a carpet padding, and even in a small baby car seat. All of that has a coating of this chemical to avoid catching a fire. This PBDE chemical can also come in contact with your skin, and it can also enter into your air. And if it gets entered into your air, you inhale this chemical also, and that can also give you a lot of health problems. This PBDE chemical is not only an endocrine disruptor and can cause many hormonal problems, but besides that, it is also proven as a carcinogen, and which can cause many cancers. It is found that this chemical, if comes in contact with the small children, it can cause a poor mental development, and these children can have a low IQ. Because the small children spend a lot of their time playing on the carpet and on the mattresses, this chemical also comes in contact with their hand, and indirectly or accidentally they put their fingers in their mouth, and that's how also this chemical enters into the small children's body. So if you have small children in your house, make sure that you wash their hands frequently so that they don't ingest this chemical, and you can protect your children from such chemical. Another common endocrine disruptor, and that is a benzophenone 3. Now this benzophenone 3 is very commonly found in a sunscreen lotions and many other cosmetic products as well. Now this benzophenone 3 is found to be a reproductive and an endocrine disruptor. It can even deviate your immune system. Many people use a sunscreen lotion to protect themselves from the harmful UV radiations from the sunlight. But when you apply the sunscreen lotion, this benzophenone 3 gets also absorbed via your skin and enters into your body stream, and can cause many other hormonal problems as well. Another commonly used household product is the air fresheners. Many people use an air freshener to make sure that their air is fresh and it has a good fragrance. But when you use such air fresheners, you are also inhaling these chemicals into your body, and this can also cause a lot of endocrine problems. So instead of that, you can opt out for an essential oil which is usually obtained from the plants. So you can use essential oil instead of the air fresheners. Another very common reason for an endocrine problem and autoimmune problem is a household dust. Yes, many people are allergic to dust, and this dust can cause allergic rhinitis, bronchial asthma and a skin condition called as an urticaria. So if your environment has lot of dust, try to avoid that, and for that you can use a high efficiency particulate air, that is a HEPA filter. HEPA filter will not only purify the air of your environment, and this will protect you from many other health issues as well. Another common endocrine disruptor, and that is a pesticide and a fungicide. Now pesticide and fungicide is a very commonly used chemical by the farmers. Farmers uses this chemical in order to increase their food production, in order to reduce the infestation by the various germs and funguses. These pesticides and fungicides has entered into our food system, and even if we want, we are not able to get rid of them. There are various chemicals which are found in these pesticides and fungicides like a DDT, then amitrol, then PCB and organochlorine. These chemicals, they have a very similar chemical structure like that of our T3 and a T4 hormone, and due to that these chemicals mimic the action of the T3 T4 hormone and creates lot of thyroid related health problems. Many times when we bring these vegetables and fruits from the market, we wash that and we eat it. But do you know that are you actually able to get rid of those chemicals? It's not possible. Just imagine that almost one full rainy season couldn't get rid of these chemicals. Do you think that 2 or 3 minute washing in the tap water is going to get rid of these chemicals? It's not possible, and that's the reason why we are ingesting these chemicals day in and day out. So what to do in such cases? Well, you have one option. You can use organic products. Secondly, nowadays I see lot of people using many kinds of vegetable washes which claims to remove these pesticides and chemicals. When I came across such products, the very first question came in my mind is that does it actually make a sense? We are using one chemical to remove another chemical. What is a guarantee that the vegetable washes which is available in the commercially in the market has their altered effect on our immune system and our hormonal system? Then what to do? Well, nowadays there are special kind of electrolyzed reduced water ionizers are also available which naturally removes these chemicals, so you can also consider them and replacing in your family and protect your family from such chemicals and pesticides. Another common endocrine disruptor is the isoflavone. Now isoflavone is usually found in a soya containing food products. Now this isoflavone, it reduces the iodine absorption and it alters the function of the T3 and T4 hormone, and that's why when you consume them in large quantity, you tend to develop a more thyroid related health problems. So you can limit your food intake which has a soya containing products, and you can eat them in moderation. Another endocrine disruptor is a PFC or polyfluorinated compound, which is very commonly found in a pizza containers, fast food containers and mattresses. So you can avoid such products as much as you can and try to protect your hormonal system. Another common endocrine disruptor, and that is a perchlorate. Now perchlorate is a chemical, and this chemical is mainly found in a rocket fuel. But this perchlorate chemical is very commonly found in our water sources. Now this perchlorate has a very peculiar properties. It does not have any color, it does not have any taste, and it does not have any fragrance or a smell. Due to this property, it has become very difficult to identify presence of perchlorate in a water. This perchlorate chemical, it interferes with the iodine. Now see, understand the iodine is very important for the production of a T3 and a T4 hormone. So when your body does not have a right balance of the iodine, you tend to have a thyroid imbalance. And perchlorate, it interferes with the iodine function and the absorption. Because of that, people have more and more thyroid related health problems. So what to do? First of all, you try to find out, is there a perchlorate in your water source? And if you cannot find that out, then in that case, at least try to include more of a iodine in your diet so that you don't have a iodine imbalance. So for iodine, you can include more of a seafood and more of a iodine containing food products, and you can also use a iodized salt. By the way, which salt is right for a thyroid imbalance? I have made a special video for that. You can watch that video as well so that you will understand more about salt in detail. So today we discussed what are the various chemicals which are called as the endocrine disruptor compounds. Now these endocrine disruptor compounds not only causes the thyroid imbalance but many other hormonal problems as well. I do understand that these all products are very commonly used household products, and it becomes very difficult for us to avoid them. But as much as possible, if any alternative healthy options are available, please opt for that so you can protect yourself from any such health problems. After watching this video, if you found some good useful information, please click on the like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so that you will get more and more health related information, especially hormone related information. And then there is a bell icon. The moment you click there, as and when my new video will be published, you will be instantly notified so that you don't miss out on a valuable content. And if you have any of your personal question whose answers you are seeking for, please leave your question in the comment box. I will try to read and answer them as early as I can. We will meet again in our next some other interesting topic. Till then, take care of yourself and namaste.